Hello, this is Asher the Stampedo, and here is part 2 of Lufia 2, Rise of the Centipedes. We're going to this is my 4th time actually trying to record this, so let's get started. As you can see, there's my file from when I originally tried starting this 4 times. I've deleted the file. This is the 4th time. Anyway, going with default name Maxim, and let's get started. Here we are, going through town, and to the shop. Looking for Tia, shopkeeper, who is also a childhood friend of Maxim's, who is a monster hunter, as they saw in the opening video. And he caught jellies and is selling them, but it seems they're on the cheap due to the monsters being everywhere nowadays. I'm sorry if my commentary isn't that great, it's just, yeah, I'm not that funny. Talking, lose his job without them. Tia is going to suggest ordinary job, like being a shop owner, which Maxim finds hilarious, because, you know, anyone who knows anything about this game knows that that would be hilarious. So, yeah. She gets angry, throws his money at him, and runs off. Now, since she's the shopkeeper, you can go in. I'm going to buy a better weapon, because I can use a better weapon. Who wouldn't? And I could sell the small knife, but you don't really get much money for it. So I won't. I'll save it because capsule monsters that you get later eat items, and sometimes they want to eat your knives. There is also the inn, which in this town you can sleep in for free. The magic shop, where you can buy magic but we can't afford it. Church, where you can go and save and get curses lifted and cure something. We'll save over this old file since not using it. And okay, let's see what we gotta do. Nobody in town's gonna tell you anything really important, so let's head out of town. Oh, it's this old man. Oh, it's you, Maxim. It's a good time to show you my secret techniques for fighting in dungeons. I'll wait for you at the dungeon south of here. Yep, it's a tutorial dungeon. So let's head out there, and let's go in. Okay, as I'm gonna learn here, monsters move on the field, well, in dungeons. On the field, you get random encounters, but in dungeons, you can pretty much avoid the monsters. But we don't want to do that. We want to fight monsters and gain experience. I'm going to try to do my best to either cut out the monster excessive fighting or just off-screen any grinding I do, because nobody really wants to see that. But if I get a lot of fights recorded, hopefully I can figure out a way to edit them out. If not, well, we'll see. This is my first time editing. Now we're gonna learn how to use skills. Press select. Yeah. We only have one skill, but we'll learn more or buy more. And you can hit the enemy with an arrow to paralyze them. Bumping them doesn't start a battle, but you know, the skill can and will run out, so you'll probably you'll use them mostly in dungeons, since they don't actually work anywhere else. And we freeze the jelly, and we go out the room. Oh no, the bridge is out. But as I'll find out, that will need a way to do it. We'll need to use the arrow to shoot the switch and drop the bridge, or make the bridge poof appear. So we head out. Getting stuck on things. This is why playing with the keyboard is awkward. Excuse me. Yeah, this is pretty basic dungeon stuff. Stuff that you'll need to do in every dungeon. It's pretty much telling you the basics. I went, well, to talk about something other than what's going on in the game. I went and I looked for other Lufia 2 LPs, and I thought there would be a lot of them, but there are a lot of them. I have to say the one that I like the most is the one that I like the most, and the one that I'm watching right now is by Gallior, which he's still doing it, I think. Right now, I'm not sure, but he is doing it, and I find his commentary funny, and I hope I won't end up like copying him with anything. I hope not, just by watching it, and I apologize ahead of time. I'm probably gonna put a link to his channel in the sidebar because I mentioned him, may as well give a link to somebody I think is a good LPer, which I also have a few in my subscriptions too. And yeah, and as you can see, more stuff that we learn. Arrows mean we can jump off cliffs, which can be a good thing. And as we continue on, blah blah blah. Oh no, there's no switches or anything, so we gotta kill all the monsters. And that should make everything easier. And as you see, this is to use our IP attacks, defend, magic, items, and plain old attacks. So attack the lizard, lizard dies. Oh, we didn't get Charred Newt. All the time before this I got Charred Newt. Charred Newt is a pretty useful item. It heals a little bit of HP and a little bit of MP. Which, if you end up relying heavily on magic and you don't buy the magic healing stuff, you will need it. As you see, we learned the other stuff where you can swing your sword and cut your ass. Switch here is pretty obvious. It's right in the middle of the 4 blocks. Can I step on it? Pick up the put down the base, and also how to move without actually moving. And as you see, these are weight sensitive, but you're not heavy enough. So we put down the pot, there goes the wall, grab this pot, and there we go. Easy peasy. And takes us right out of the dungeon. Pretty simple. And as he says, it's just what we're only beginning to learn and he must be off. Pretty much that's everything you're gonna need to know how to do in dungeons. We'll make this jelly now, just to get the experience. Usually I'm level 2 by the time I leave here. So, may as well do this. Gain a level. HP up, MP up, strength, agility, intelligence, and GR, which I have no idea what that's for. And we're off. I'll head back to town and save there, and that'll be it for this video. This is Ashu the Stampedo with Lufia 2 Rise of the Sinistrals. Hopefully you enjoyed watching. Next video will have hopefully more action, or at least more story moving plot.